She's bringing the trailer park lifestyle to the world. Come inside, don't be shy, cause Jolene can't wait to meet ya. She's the queen of the park. She's got gossip, news, and lots of food to feed ya. Jolene Sugarbaker. Jolene Sugarbaker is one budget-minded girl. Lots of cheap fashion is the passion at the park. The passion at the park. The passion at the park. Dropping in on neighbors is all part of Jolene's world. Slap on all your blue eyeshadow. Watch out for that big tornado. Get all filled with pride in the double wide. Jolene Sugarbaker, she's the trailer park queen. The double wide.
Hi there, Trailer Park fans. It's Jolene Sugarbaker, the Trailer Park Queen, and welcome to the Trailer Park Test Kitchen. You know, hopefully by now you've had a chance to watch my other shows on the internet. There's some long ones, there's some short ones, and there's some in-between ones too. Well, this one is a special, and it's about something very important that's going on in the world today that I really need to voice my opinion on, and I think everybody should be just as mad as I am about it too. Come to find out, New York City, I know you've been through some bad stuff here in the past, but I'm angry at you. You need to stay out of my food. Apparently, New York has decided that they're going to ban trans fat. Trans fat, I know it's some sort of scientifically formatted oil that's bad for you. I know it's bad for you, and I think it might be addicting, but you know what? I like it, and I know it's bad for me. So, you know what, New York, stay out of my food. I like saturated fat and trans fat and all that other kind of fat that's out there. That is good. You know, I know these are bad. And I also know there's a lot of other recipes that are bad for me too. If you eat the little chocolate sandwich cookies that we all like, hold on while I finish this trans-saturated fat. That is so good. But Oreos, well, I said the name, apparently they have taken out the trans hydrogenated oil out of them. And you know, they say that they've done all these tests that make them believe that people think they taste just the same. You know, they told me that when they stopped frying the McDonald's apple pie, and I didn't believe them either. Do you like the baked ones? I don't. I'd rather have it fried. But you know, Oreos took it out of their Oreo. We already knew that white stuff was something mysterious, but now what is it? I was so happy to see that at the convenience mart that the store brand ones have kept the hydrogenated oil in there, and they taste just the same. They fooled around with my Coke, but now they are fooling around with my Oreos, and you know, that's in my heart. I love sweet and fattening food. You know, all this stuff about banning the trans fat and all this kind of fat and the government into my food decisions, I've decided to make a little cooking show on my best recipe that will just pretty much will shock anyone. So today, we're going to make cherry chocolate baked donut pudding with Malibu margarine sauce. Up next on Cookin' with Jolene. Here's the ingredients you'll need to make my cherry chocolate baked donut pudding with Malibu margarine sauce. Glazed donuts. 1 8-ounce can of fruit cocktail. 1 can sweetened condensed milk. 1 cup chocolate chips. 2 eggs. 1 cup raisins. 1 stick margarine. 1 pinch salt. 1 10-ounce jar of maraschino cherries. Yes, this is what they make Shirley Temples with. Ground cinnamon. Ground nutmeg. Almond extract. 1 mini bottle of Malibu or your favorite rum. Powdered sugar. Mr. Mastro, Mr. Bloomberg, and Mr. Frieden, please stay out of our food. I'd like to make my own choices on what's good or bad for me. You know, I don't care. Welcome back to Cookin With Jolene. You know, making my baked donut pudding is easy. Grab a big old bowl, and you know, I bought the store brand donuts. They're just as good as the other ones, and I'm sure they're loaded with fat and they're probably not good for you. But you know, today is all about tasting good instead of worrying about what kind of fat is in my food. So go ahead and take 10 of these and, you know, tear them up into little inch chunks and put them in the bowl. I've chopped up all the donuts and put them in a bowl, and now I'm going to add the jar of stemless maraschino cherries and the juice to dump it all in there. Now I'm going to add the can of fruit cocktail, all the juice too. Now add a cup of the chocolate chips. About a tablespoon of cinnamon. Right there in the bowl. And probably about, I don't know, about a teaspoon or so of nutmeg. To really make it authentic bread pudding, you need about a cup of the raisins too. Now, add about a cup of raisins to the mixture. Now add a 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk. And a very light dash of salt. You can use one of the 9-inch, you know, glass or metal pans here. I'm using a glass one today, and this one's dirty. I forgot to clean it. You'll need a 9-inch baking dish. You can use the metal kind or the glass. Today I've got a glass one, and all I'm going to do is take a softened stick of margarine and make sure that it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan, and just kind of grease it all around there with some hydrogenated greatness. You'll need to mix around the mixture for about 2 to 3 minutes until everything is well coated. Now take your margarinized baking pan. What is on my finger? Take your margarinized baking pan plate or whatever it's called and put the mix. Actually, it's not really pour, it's just kind of dump in. And smooth it all the way out. Here we go. I dumped it all into the baking dish and made it all smooth. Now it's ready for the oven. I've preheated the oven at 350 degrees, and we're going to probably have to bake this for about 35 to 40 minutes until it's nice and brown on top and the chocolate and the cherries are well baked through. Set your timer. Making the sauce is easy. You need a half a box of powdered sugar, one of the little Malibu liquor bottles, a dash of vanilla, a dash of almond extract, a half stick of butter, and you mix that around with a cup of powdered sugar on heat, making sure you don't burn off all the alcohol, but just so it's all nice and melted and a nice syrup to put on top of your bread pudding. You know, I'm sure there's other oil out there that's just as bad for us, and they need to probably make laws to keep us from eating that too. I bet motor oil is bad for you if you drink it. But you know, there's not a law now that says don't drink motor oil. So, you know what? Cheers! That is great. That means our bread pudding's ready to take out of the oven. Wow, it smells so good in my trailer now, I just can't wait to eat this. Look at that. It's nice and sizzling and the top is nice and browned. I'm gonna cut into a piece here. Oh, this looks good. I just can't wait to try it. Spoon on some of the Malibu margarine sauce. Oh, I can't even find a fork. I'm just gonna use the big spoon. Taste it here. This is great. You're gonna love it too. You feel that, New York? Saturated fat is the only way to go, or what kind of fat this is, I don't know. But I know it's bad for me. So if you're diabetic or health conscious, you shouldn't be eating this. But it's real good, and I think you should try it. Taste that fatty goodness. That's good, and I know it's bad for me. But there doesn't need to be a law that tells me I can't eat this. Come back soon and watch another episode of Cookin With Jolene, where I teach you to fool your guests next time. Have a great day and continue to live the trailer park way. I'm Jolene Sugarbaker, the trailer park queen.
She's a trailer park queen and her name's Jolene. She hardly cooks and and she never cleans. She got it all like a redneck should. Got a big Ford block underneath the hood. She loves NASCAR with a can of beer. Been trailer park queen for a bunch of years. The queen of the park, the babe of the South. She got a ton of kids and a great big mouth. Jolene Sugarbaker. She's my trailer park queen, yeah. She's my trailer park queen.